Sophie Cunningham sharply criticizes Angel Reese after her controversial comments on Sky and her subsequent suspension. The Indiana point guard shared her opinion on what happened with the Sky star. The numerous defeats suffered by Chicago Sky, several of them consecutive and abundant, has generated frustration and a dense atmosphere in the team, especially after Angel Reese's comments. After being eliminated early from playoff contention with a 10-33 record and 3 consecutive losses, the Sky Star's words and subsequent suspension resonated in the WNBA world, and Sophie Cunningham weighed in. "We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. I am very vocal about what we need and what I want. I'd like to be here for my career, but if things don't pan out, obviously, I might have to move in a different direction and do what's best for me," Reese said per Julie Poe of Chicago Tribune and opened the debate. However, these words were labeled by the team as detrimental statements and had consequences, as Reese had to stay off the court for the first half of the game against the Las Vegas Aces. This not only sparked controversy among Sky fans, but also outside the team. The Indiana Fever point guard spoke about Reese's recent suspension on his podcast, Show Me Something, which he co-hosts with West Wilson. "No, that's not great, and I get when you're losing and it's been a frustrating season. Like everybody is feeling those emotions. And there's some things that and this is coming from me, there's some things that you can't say," Cunningham began. "I think one of my biggest things is I'm a very team-first person. Like I'd always put the team before my feelings, and I think that should be a standard. So you got to protect your locker room, and so you just can't be saying everything you're feeling because it's just not a good look," explained the 29-year-old star. Finally, Sophie reflected on the scope and repercussion that Reese's words had when shared to the public. "I'm sure she regrets saying that, don't get me wrong, but there's just some things that everyone probably knows but you just can't say, and you got to let the front office. You can have those conversations behind closed doors, but to say it in media is kind of brutal." No doubt, it will be interesting to see if the offseason will be really important for the future of Angel and Sky. Meanwhile, Indiana comes from winning the last game of its schedule against Minnesota Lynx and awaits an opponent to start its way to the WNBA playoffs, scheduled for September 14. They could face Las Vegas Aces, Phoenix Mercury, or Atlanta Dream, although they will not have Sophie since she was ruled out for the rest of the season due to her ACL injury.